Hey, what's up? What's going on? How you doing? This is Terrell Jackson. I'm back with another Don't Avoid Success session. And today we're talking about something as simple as progress over perfection. Because perfectionism is something that can hinder all of our progress. You don't know, you've never seen it before. Nobody's ever told you. Nobody's ever taught you. These are all the things that are excuses that can hinder our progress. But in the grand scheme of things, who are you unless you've taken a chance to put your reputation on the line, to put your knowledge to the test, and to put your acumen to steps to ultimately prove that you are a person who can progress through any and every situation. So today we're talking about progress over perfection, because perfectionism, my people, should I say, one of the things that can hinder some of the greatest people from taking those first steps. Because the biggest thing you can do is achieve a great goal and then have to start over. Because no matter how big the winning, it still signifies the ending. Think about that. You win a championship game, it is the ultimate, but it's also the end of a season, right? No matter what you do, at the point you achieve the ultimate at the end, you still are simultaneously going into the beginning of something that you set out to do. So today I'm here to tell you, hey, don't let perfectionism stop your progress. What do I mean by that? The hardest thing to do is not to win and win and win and win and win. The hardest thing to do is to put yourself to the test continually. Because what happens when you win? People develop a perception of you. You develop a perception of yourself. You get a reputation. You try to uphold that reputation. And when you go for something more, you're automatically putting all of that on the line. Automatically putting all that on the line. So this happens to people who switch industries. This happens to people who continually want to higher the bar. This happens to people who continue to strive in the midst of achieving. People always talk about adversity. Adversity is a tough thing. Don't get me wrong. Endurance is one of the things we talked about in our last episode. You don't get endurance without doing something over and over and over, continually against greater odds. But what happens when you get the reputation of a winner? Oh man, those stakes are so high. I can remember being one of the top returners in the nation. I never felt pressure until somebody said, hey, you know, this game, if you get X amount of yards, you're going to be top in the history of the school. Bro, I would rather you have not told me that, because I don't play for stats. But at the same time, when you have an awareness that you're putting your reputation on the line, then the stakes are automatically raised. Automatically raised. This is why throughout the history of people, look at people like Alexander the Great, you look at people like Genghis Khan. I'm not here to judge. But think about it. These people achieved some of the magnificent achievements of life and still had to worry about their reputation the next day. Think about being an emperor or a ruler and you have thousands and thousands of people under you, and last week you just conquered a whole nation, a whole culture. How long can you sit there? You got a reputation to uphold. And some of you feel like that. You have a reputation to uphold. But what if I told you that's just an illusion? The only people you have to please is yourself and your creator. You don't have to please other people's expectations. You don't have to do what they feel that you should do. You don't have to do what they think you should do. But what I will tell you is that you have to continue to challenge yourself to get to the next level. And it's different when you've achieved something and nobody expected it. But when you achieve something and you continue to achieve, people develop the expectation and the reputation that you are an achiever. So you're taking a double risk of losing your reputation or losing your progress. But I'm here to tell you, choose progress over perfection. Because one of the things that we all deal with, and a lot of people deal with, is that you have a harder time, a tougher time continuing to push the bar once you've already achieved something than you ever will when nobody expects you to win. Think about it. We magnify multiple championships and call those people the greats. And the people who have won one championship are often forgotten. I love everybody the same. I love everybody the same because a championship is hard to get. It's hard to come by. But understand this, there are not a lot of people who are wishing to continue to push the bar, continue to put their reputation on the line, continue to strive for the next level of greatness in their life and in their respective paths. And those are the people who end up becoming extraordinary. Those are the people who end up becoming extraordinary, great, magnificent, the GOATs, the gurus. Because the easiest thing to do is that once that you've accomplished something, you settle on it and you let that become your identity. Think about it. You have people who have achieved a level of success in one endeavor. Rappers, artists, they get a platinum album. But then think about those people and say, you know what? I'm going to go into clothing. You know what? I'm going to go into shoes. You know what? I'm going to continue to push the bar and I'm going to bring others up to the level that I've accomplished. Not only are they pushing the bar, but they're continuing to take a risk of their reputation. And you and me, we're no different. You've achieved some things, whether it's have a kid, get married, get a job, have a promotion, whatever it is. There's no limit to the things that anyone can achieve in life. But I will tell you this. We often limit ourselves from becoming the best version of ourselves because once we achieve something small, we settle on it. And we're unwilling to risk. And we're unwilling to put our reputation on the line continuously. So those people who achieve the level of magnificent greatness are those people who constantly and consistently push the bar. But guess what? There's scrutiny that comes with that. Hey man, you play sports. Why you want to write a book? Hey man, you were just a teacher. Why you want to start a business? Hey man, you're just a chef cooking. Why do you want to franchise your restaurant? Hey man, you got good content going on this channel. Why do you want to start a network? Because if I took the chance to get to the next level and I achieved something that I didn't think was possible and I'm here where I'm at right now, guess what? If I continue to apply that process and I continue to trust God, oh my God, if I continue to trust God, He can take me to places that eyes have not seen, nor ears have heard, and nobody could ever have fathomed who I will become. But here's the thing. You have to understand that you're putting perfectionism on the line. No one is perfect, not one. We've all made mistakes. And I've often heard it say that the difference between the master and the beginner is that the master has tried more times than the beginner has ever even, let me say it again. The master has failed more times than the beginner has even tried. So those people that continue to push the bar, those people that continue to strive, those people that continue to risk their reputation, those are the ones that are putting so much on the line, so they have so much to gain. So don't get mad at the people who continue to scale at a high level. Because I'm here to tell you, you may have achieved at a small level, you may have been consistent at something you're used to, but until you put your reputation on the line and continue to strive forward, you will not witness the success that is possible. And with that being said, I'm just here to tell you, don't avoid success. Risk your reputation again and again and again, or stay the same. If you're willing to climb that mountain, understand when you get to that top of that mountain, there's only one thing left to do: climb down. If you're in a valley, in between mountains, understand, only thing left to do is reclimb. Hey, everybody doesn't have that mentality. But think about this. If you're a believer, think about this. If Jesus Christ himself performed many miracles, more that can be talked about or imagined, what would you and I be if he stopped at the first miracle he performed, which was turning water into wine? If he was content and didn't understand his worth and his path and his journey and his calling, and didn't continue to put his reputation on the line, which what it ultimately comes down to, he never would have got to the cross to be crucified for you and I to be able to have the ability to